CG's Libra TV. You already know what it do. So today we're gonna be talking about Sun in Capricorn. All right. And what we talking about? Sun in Capricorn. We are talking about Earth, practicality, and cardinal, meaning initiating. Now with the Earth, it matches up with the Virgo and the Taurus. Virgo and the Taurus. Right. And with the cardinal, it matches up with the Cancer, which is just opposite, and the squares are the Aries and the Libra. Capricorns can be dry, really about their business, really reserved individuals, really about their money, really trying to work towards a goal. Mars is the heaven. Jupiter falls right here. So it goes hard towards experiences and wanting to experience, and it could that's where it falls. And wait, no, Jupiter's to the left. Jupiter's to the left. Jupiter's to the left. So it tries to it could be to the left. Wait. To the left is the moon. The moon is to the left. Right. The moon is to the left, and what falls is Jupiter. So Capricorns are late at things, late at reacting. They could seem very put together, but when you mess with their emotions, they could really become a wreck. Yes, it is Capricorn season. Capricorn starts off the winter solstice, right after Sagittarius season, and right after Capricorn is Aquarius season, which is also another Saturn. Capricorn is probably the feminine side of Saturn, and Aquarius is the masculine side of Saturn. From my experience, out of the planets, the planets got its own opposite signs. I feel like out of the planet signs, for Saturn, Capricorn and Aquarius don't really get along like that from my experience. I've seen a lot of issues between them during my time growing up. You know what I'm saying? All right, yeah, that's right. Yes. So G Libra TV, you know how we rocking. We ain't stopping. Keep that out of my pocket. Capricorn. Capricorn is about business, reserved, about status. Capricorn about that status. Aaliyah was a Capricorn. LeBron's a Capricorn. Dwayne Wade is a Capricorn. Dwayne Wade is a Capricorn who we have to question, but that's another video. But it does have something to do with this video. Capricorns are also known as the devil, and it's a devilish move what Dwayne Wade has done, having his son be known as a girl. You know what I mean? You are killing your genes. You know what I mean? And that's a devilish move, I have to say, right there by Dwayne Wade. I used to like Dwayne Wade, but that move right there, I have to really question you. Other Capricorns, Dwayne Wade, Bob's Cartel. I like my nigga Bob's Cartel. That's one of the best music, man. Bob's Cartel, January 7th. Michael Blackson, funny ass Capricorn. Jim Carrey, white man, cracker. He's funny. What you notice about these Capricorns is that they are the blueprint to the building, and it deals with Earth. And the squares of Capricorn is Cancer. No, that's the opposite. Is Aries and Libra. How does Capricorn pair with Libra? This is Zero G Libra TV, so we have to talk about it how it goes together with the square. In the square, I noticed that it could get along. I see some Libra Capricorn couples, but I also see some couples that look very bad, and it didn't really last. And what's happening to a Libra is Saturn, and what's the go-to planet for Capricorn is Saturn. So this Saturn could which deal with pattern and restriction, and restriction and limits. You know, um, that gives something we can work on, something we can look at. But where Libra and Capricorn probably does not get along, as Libra probably would like to talk about it a lot, and but I like to give some action. But there's some Libras that don't, like, because the sun falls. Um, and there's also some Capricorns that are very bossy. We may think a Libra is going to be bossed around. Um, no, I don't really see that happening like that every time. But that Saturn, that pattern, that routine, that go to that restriction planet is very relatable. You understand? Pretty much, if you know what I mean. But yeah, now Capricorn and Aries, Saturn falls. So, but Mars is the go-to planet and for Aries, and for Capricorn, Mars is heaven to a Capricorn. So these signs can really relate to each other as well. But there's weaknesses in it as well. As far as the squares, but squares are known to not really get along. But these are the signs that are known to really not getting along. Now, Capricorn is known as the devil sign. There's some mischievous Capricorns. Some Capricorns that are that cool. Some Capricorns, shout out to my nigga Offset but Christian, his astrology channel. He talk about the Earth sign being Scrooges. There's a lot of Earth signs that are known to be like Scrooge. They only care about the bills, money, and tangible items. You know what I mean? Earth, material. Which Earth and material is very valuable to today's world, because we live on Earth. You know what I mean? And people like to talk about everything else in the natal chart, but what you're born here as, that's where the sun and the earth, and that's where it was pointed at. And that's your sign right there. That's what you're labeled as. Everything else revolves around that. So that first and behind that later, it doesn't matter. But we must also recognize the fact of the matter, the situation of the trajectory, right? The trajectory of pretty much yeah pretty much the trajectory of that matter, to really think about it. Capricorn, about the business reserved. I said that before. When a lot of Capricorns can have dark lives, but later on have very good lives. The old man sign. A lot of old people. People that are born Capricorns look old after that. As life goes on, they get young. Capricorns rules the knees. Muhammad Ali was a Capricorn. Yeah, very, very. That's one of the greatest people. Um, Very heroic black brother. You know what I'm saying? For him not to go to the army, they stripped him of the title. You know, what Capricorn, gonna stand up like that? Now he makes Capricorn look good. You know what I mean? Shout out to Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? Cassius Clay, he wanted to become Muhammad Ali, so we're gonna call him Muhammad Ali. But if you look at the name Muhammad Ali, it was also another slave name, which was Arabic. But that is another video. Um, yeah, but Muhammad Ali, stood up for black people, very stand up guy. How many people is gonna stand up like that? You know what I mean? A lot of people talking that black people shit, but they is cool. You know what I mean? Muhammad Ali, shout out to you. I saw the movie and I saw how I didn't really like, but you came to grips with it with yourself of what he did. You know what I'm saying? That's part of growing up with when he stopped talking to Malcolm X. But they got together. You know what I mean? Chopped it up, and yeah, they never got back together. But I know he regretted it. But and later on, he let him know, like, the Nation of Islam know that he is his own person. He doesn't care of the army, the U.S., other men, other women. He was his own person. You know what I mean? Straight. That's a great Capricorn. And I have a son that's a Capricorn. I have to let him know about Muhammad Ali. Also let him know about LeBron James to a great extent. Those are great Capricorns that are motivational to the generation. You know what I mean? Pretty much. Me being a Libra, it's cardinal energy. Shout out to all the cardinal signs. Yes, shout out to all the cardinal signs. What else? With Capricorns is the goat. Also known as sea goats. I find December Capricorns and January Capricorns are. Yeah, there is a difference. There's definitely a difference. December Capricorns tend to be more like flamboyant. January Capricorns definitely way more dry. Even though Capricorns in the whole are dry, but Sagittarius put that flair to them. January Aquarius. Aquarius. Shout out to my Aquarius. But January is really for Capricorns, really. But the dates are the dates, and Saturn, and the bossing around, the darkness, the feelings. Some Capricorns could be known as prejudice. Capricorn could be also known as old white money, what is traditional, not changing up, money. Some Capricorns could be kiss ups to the bosses because they want to move up, whatever they do to move up. After they use you, there's no regard to you. Like, I got what I got out of you. On to the next. You know what I mean? And that's the dark side Capricorn. Every sign has its dark side, and what we have to do is learn about the earth, air, fire, water, all about these elements, all about these signs, and teach it to the children so we can know the actions and how to go about these situations, transactions, and a thorough trajectory of systematic actions, pretty much. Capricorn could have some devilish ways, like, oh, they'll be doing everything behind the scenes, and I did that, but if you never catch them, they'll keep going until you catch them. And when you do catch them, They be like, "How long you gonna let me go?" You know what I'm saying? Like my nigga Flight Boss said. Shout out to Flight Boss. He made that an example, and the Leo will like be like, "Damn, you caught me" or something like that, or probably put on a drama scene. But Capricorn is just that devilish. But Leo was a Capricorn, like I said. LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Michael Blackson. Oh yeah, Martin Luther King, Capricorn. He was another black guy that was he did some great things for the black community. But that integration was not the move. Oh yeah, Sarasua City. Shout out to Sarasua City. His blackness, his unapologetic blackness. That is what I'm talking about. That is one of the greatest Capricorns to do the damn thing. You know what I mean? Because he speak that shit. We need to hear that. Khaled Muhammad, another great Capricorn, man. You know what I mean? And he's still great for black people. Talking about the greatness of melanin and the greatness of actions and how you carry yourself, discipline. What he was dealing with from the Nation of Islam as well, just like Malcolm X. This man was a righteous man. And we need more people like that. Shout out to Khaled Muhammad, Sarasua Seti, and Malcolm X. LeBron James right underneath that row of great Capricorns, That's pretty much the video. Shout out to my Capricorns. Shout out to my December Capricorns. Shout out to my January Capricorns. Shout out to Saturn, because Saturn is heaven to a Libra, and Saturn you're working on things. These are limits. These are routines. These are Saturn will teach you those lessons. And Saturn, you could use Saturn you gotta use these planets, these elements, these houses to your benefit, and this is what you got to do to know about it, know where it's coming from, know what to do about it. You understand? And Sure G's Libra TV, and you know that for sure.